Welcome to Jobstoabroad.com. Our website and our previous videos links available in description. International flights resume. International flights will be operated only through air bubbles, says Union Civil Aviation Minister Hardeep Singh Puri. Air bubbles with some foreign countries have already been completed, while some others are at an advanced stage. Unless the international civil aviation space reclaims its pre-COVID space, air bubbles are the only answer to restart international flights, the minister said in a press conference. On 17 July, Vande Bharat mission, under which Air India and other private airlines have been repatriating stranded Indians, will pave way for the next phase, which will be air bubbles. Can you fly to US, Germany, France for vacations from India? Check travel, quarantine rules. India has established air bubbles with the United States, Germany, and France. International flights to these destinations from various Indian cities have begun. More airlines are being announced. The Civil Aviation Ministry has reiterated that international travel through air bubbles are not like regular international travels. The flyers will have to abide by the rules and regulations of the destination country. Hence, the resumption of the international is not for vacations. Here are the documents needed to fly to Germany, France and the USA. Repatriation flights. Air India to fly to London, Singapore from these Indian cities. Here are the documents needed to fly to Germany, France and the US. Germany, who are allowed. 1. Residence permit. 2. Permanent residence permit. 3. Family reunion visa including intended marriage. 4. Long-term, category D, visa for employment in health and health research sectors, for care of the elderly as well as specialists and highly qualified workers whose employment is economically necessary and whose work cannot be postponed or carried out abroad. 5. Long-term, category D, visa for study purposes as long as the studies cannot be carried out completely from abroad. We recommend bringing corresponding proof, e.g. copy of marriage registration certificate as well as of the German passport of your partner, confirmation from your employer university, or the residence permit card to the airport. Transit is also permitted for those exempt from a Schengen transit visa. Please keep your confirmed onward ticket ready and make sure prior to departure that your country of destination allows your entry, the embassy notice said. Family visits for job seeking are not allowed. Quarantine, compulsory home quarantine 14 days. France, who are allowed. 1. Spouses and children of French citizens. 2. Persons who have their main residence in France or in the European Union or an assimilated country thereof, United Kingdom, Iceland, Liechtenstein, Norway, Andorra, Monaco, Switzerland, Vatican, and San Marino, holders of a valid French or European residence permit or long-stay visa, and their spouses and children. 3. Healthcare professionals for the purposes of combating COVID-19. Transporters of goods, including sailors, crews and personnel operating passenger and cargo flights, or traveling as passengers to reach their departure base, personnel of diplomatic and consular missions, as well as international organizations headquartered or having an office in France, holding a special residence permit or a visa D. A completed international travel certificate must be presented prior to boarding and to immigration upon arrival or when transiting France. The certificate must be obtained before departure via the French consular offices abroad or online at https://www.interior.gouv.fr, the embassy notice said. Passengers arriving in France are subject to quarantine or isolation, and must present a completed declaration on honor to state that they do not have symptoms of coronavirus, COVID-19. The declaration must be dated with the name and signature of the passenger. United States. There is no restriction for Indian passport holders who are holding valid visas for the US. Passengers who have transited or have been in certain countries in the past 14 days are not allowed to enter the USA. Who are permitted in the US? 1. Nationals and permanent residents of the USA. 2. Spouses of nationals and of permanent residents of the USA. 3. Parents, legal guardians of an unmarried and younger than 21 years national or permanent resident of the USA. 4. The unmarried and younger than 21 years brother or sister of a national or permanent resident of the USA, who is unmarried and younger than 21 years. 5. The child foster child ward of a national or permanent resident of the USA. 6. Passengers with the following visas: A1, A2, C1, C1D, C2, C3D, E1, as an employee of TECRO or TEC or the employees immediate family members, G1, G2, G3, G4, IR4, IH4, NATO 1, through NATO 4, or NATO 6 visa. 7. Members of the U.S. Armed Forces, spouses, and children of members of the U.S. Armed Forces. 8. Passengers with evidence of traveling at the invitation of the USA government for a purpose related to the containment mitigation of the coronavirus, COVID-19. 9. Passengers with documents issued by the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, U.S. Customs and Border Protection, or U.S. Department of State indicating that the passenger is exempt from the restriction. 10. B1 crew members that are engaged in lightering, outer continental shelf, OCS, activity, wind farm activity, private air sea crew and other similar crew member actives. Indian citizens seeking to travel on outbound Air India flights to the US, on the basis of their F1 visas, for higher studies, may not be able to the USA if 1. Your FOM category visa has less than 6 months validity from the date of your planned departure. 2. You are a new admission case and have not as yet joined your educational institution before the COVID-19 outbreak. Please subscribe and share our channel jobstoabroad.com. Thanks for watching.